guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this week, our plan with me, we will be doing a kit from EricaGDesigns. I really like how this kit came out and the artwork is the absolute cutest. So I hope you guys enjoy and I'll talk to you soon. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and grab my mini calendars. So I have a mini calendar from Square Designs. I'm just going to pull that in and I'm going to put that towards the bottom next to my Sunday block, and I'm going to go back into my kit to see what colors that I wanted to kind of go with as far as my calendar. So I decided to go with blue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in my month and highlight the week that I am planning for. So to start off my spread, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my bottom washi. I'm going to extend it just a little bit to fill that whole bottom portion. I'm also going to top it with a glitter header, and so I'm going to also extend that just to fill up that whole area. I'm also going to grab the same glitter header and I'm going to put it at the top of my spread, and I'm also going to crop it just a little bit, only because it wasn't fitting too well, and when I put in my date covers it's kind of going to be overlapping each other, and that's what I didn't want. And so I'm going to do that to both sides. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and grab a full box. So I decided to go with the Isabel full box just because it matched perfectly with my glitter headers. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the flags that was in the kit. I'm going to crop that down kind of to make a header for myself. And after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a meal sticker from Plan for Happy. Pull in my meal sticker, I'm also going to grab the pink checklist just to list all my dinners that I'm going to be having for the week. And so the next thing I'm going to pull in is a beige habit tracker, and that's just to monitor my medication, because I've been forgetting so often. I felt like I just needed to kind of track it. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to adjust and kind of space everything out. And so the next thing I'm going to pull in are my date covers, and I thought these came out super cute. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them all in the middle and line them up together, and I'm going to resize them all at once. And once I'm done resizing them, I'm going to start putting them on the top of my dates. Finished with that, I'm also going to go ahead and start putting in my date dots. I was going to use a different font, so I was kind of playing around with the fonts for maybe a good like half an hour, and so I decided to stick with one font, and I just changed the color to white just because I wanted to let it pop a little bit more. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the date cover on, or the date number on each day, and then from there I'm going to start changing them. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing down all my full boxes. So I try to keep it to where I stagger it. So if Monday is going to be at the top, Tuesday is normally at the bottom, just because on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I do put half boxes at the bottom to note that I need to pick up my auntie from dialysis every day. And so you'll see me kind of switch some of the boxes around just because days like Thursday I didn't have too much to do. And so I will end up adding a little box there. full boxes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start planning for the days. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab a quarter box that I will put under my full box. And I'm also going to grab a half box to put towards the bottom because I needed to note that I have to pick up my auntie later on that day. And so after that, I'm going to grab another quarter box, and I wanted to note on that I wanted to have a Zoom call with my kids, and I will also be grabbing in a to-do header as well as the heart checklist. I'm also going to go ahead and put in a green page flag to note that I did play video games with some of my guy friends. And so you're going to notice that I actually wrote down my work schedule already, but I ended up changing the font. So I had actually changed it to this kind of dotted looking font. And so I'm going to start off with my morning meeting at 8 a.m. and the Zoom sticker is from Mr. and Miss Mint. And I'm also going to edit my work schedule with the new font that I decided to choose. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with my to-do checklist. So I know that I needed to make sure that I record and edit my YouTube video, as well as provide feedback for my kids' assignments. And lastly, I would have to do my voiceover for my plan with me. Next, I wanted to note that I was going to be playing games with the guys, so I did grab a sticker from Mr. and Mrs. Mint, and I just played some Call of Duty with some of my guy friends. In case you guys are wondering, we did lose a lot of the games, but it's okay, it's all in good fun. And I also added that I will be picking up my auntie at around 6:30 from dialysis, and I grabbed in a car sticker from Mr. and Mrs. Mint. I also started to put in the meals that I had for the week. So on Monday I did have McDonald's for dinner. It was very unhealthy, and I also wanted to put that I wanted to monitor my medication. Alright, so for Tuesday to start off, I went ahead and got the beige quarter box, and I put that down to note that I did have to work. I also grabbed the blue quarter box as well to note that I did have a morning meeting. I also put in the today header, and I didn't have a lot of things to do, so I ended up just putting down a little arrow and putting that I just needed to do feedback on my kids' assignments. And then to note my morning meeting, I also put in a sticker from Papershire. It's probably one of my favorite sticker sets, and these stickers are just so adorable.
We're having some kind of powerful, weird alchemy, and you have to pay attention when that happens. Stuff is not to be treated lightly.
Listen, I actually just.
And so for Wednesday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a half box, and I'm just going to note that I had to pick up my auntie at dialysis at 6:30 on that day. I'm also going to go ahead and grab a quarter box to note that I did have to go to work, as well as another quarter box, like a flag quarter box, to note that I did have my Zoom meeting. After that, I'm going to pull in a to-do header from the kit, as well as a checklist. I'm going to cut the checklist down to only 2 things, just because I didn't have too many things to do. And I am also going to put a little page flag because I did want to flag that I did have a staff meeting. And to note that I had a Zoom meeting, I put in a sticker from Mr. and Mrs. Mint, as well as I started my to-do checklist. So I just needed to do feedback on the assignments and update the attendance. And I put in a sticker from Papershire, which is like a little bear and a little bunny, and I thought that was really cute because that literally looks like my boss. And I noted that I did have a staff meeting at 12:45, and then I also put in just a really tired girl from Plan So Cute, and I drew in 2 lines just to kind of create a little border for itself. I also went ahead and started putting down that I would also be picking up my auntie from dialysis at 6:30, and the sticker that I used for that is I put it from Mr. and Mrs. Mint. And to start off my Thursday, I put in a quarter box. This one has like a little glittery shade to it, just to know that I had to work that day, as well as a half box to note that I had a morning meeting. But I wanted to make it a little bigger just because we did have some extra time for the kids. During this time, it's really hard for them, and we try to do everything that we possibly can to make sure that it's a little easier for them. And so you'll just kind of see me putting in that I did have some extra time with them. And I also put in a sticker from Papershire that has a little bunny, and he's FaceTiming with everybody, and it's really cute. And to go ahead and start off with our Friday, I went ahead and pulled in a half box. This also has that little glittery tone to it, and I wanted to note that I had to pick up my auntie that day. I also put in a quarter box, so because we don't work a full week, I was able to actually sleep in. I also went ahead and grabbed a to-do header and the heart checklist because I needed to note a couple things that I had to do for that day, as well as a flagged quarter box because I had to run some errands with my co-teacher because next week we are doing a science week, so I wanted to make sure that we had all of our science projects ready. So to note that I did sleep in, I also put in a sticker from Papershire, and you'll notice that I had to edit my wording just because I couldn't get it to fit and I couldn't get it to what I actually wanted. And so I'm kind of glad that I just put sleep in just to keep it simple. I also noted that I had to do some feedback on the assignments, upload a tutorial video, which you guys will be seeing next week, and call Servco because I am getting a new car, so I wanted to make sure that everything was set up, and so I'm going to actually be picking it up today on Friday. So I'm really excited for that. I also put in a sticker from Paper Crown Planner, which is a run errand sticker, just to note that I had to run errands with my co-teacher, and as usual I pulled in the Mr. and Mrs. Mint car sticker. To start off my Saturday, I was just going to do a plain day of laundry. So I grabbed in this icon from Paper Crown Planner, and I also put in a half box just to note that I wanted to make sure that I wash my clothes and also fold my clothes, because I'm one of those people that tell myself I'll do it tomorrow and it ends up being there for a whole week. So I want to make sure that I note that I need to fold my clothes as soon as I finish it. So I'm going to also pull in a weekend banner from the kit. I completely forgot about this in the beginning of my spread, so I wanted to kind of put that in now. I'm going to make everything kind of smaller just to fit everything properly. And then to start my Sunday, I'm going to pull in a to-do header and a little checklist just because I had a few things that I needed to do for next week. And to start my checklist, I put in that I needed to go grocery shopping, prep for the assignments for next week, and clean my kitchen because it is an absolute eyesore. I also put in a lazy day sticker from the kit, as well as a little green sparkly flag, just because I wanted to note that I did play some video games. I've been on that Animal Crossing binge, and I'm just gonna say that it's not a problem, I think. And so the last thing I'm doing is putting in all the meals that I had for the week. And this is how my spread came out for this week. I really like the colors. It really correspond to each other real nicely. And so I just wanted to tell you guys thank you for stopping by and planning with me. And I hope you guys have a really good day.